I'm telling you guys, the atmosphere was just completely different. It was on a different level in Z, so check this out. We got Goku fresh, and I'm talking fresh, out of that blue Kool-Aid tank. Probably feeling somewhere between a sensu bean and a buffet at King Kai's. And just feel the atmosphere, take it in. He spots them.
That's good. They're close by. Alrighty then, this is it. Just hold on, guys.
Meanwhile, Vegeta getting the shit just beaten out of him, getting tail tied and titty fucked. Now he's left dangling. Frieza lowers him. You think he might let him stand. Looks at him with disgust. Tosses him like a rag doll. Sends him flying. Drops to the ground. Admire the blood. There's absolutely no shortage of blood. We're not afraid of showing this in certain countries or some bullshit like that. We're not going to censor everything. It's like, hey, he's in the middle of a battle.
My, what do we have here? A fallen prince. Oh dear.
So he's going to be bloody, and the villain's going to mock him. And rub, not salt, but boulders into the wound. Till it breaks. Imagine the pain.
It pains me to see you like this, Vegeta. I don't know why, but I still care for you enough to put you out of your misery.
And Frieza even tries to play victim. But then Goku, literally ascending like he's not going to stand for it. Frieza picks him up. Death Claw. Vegeta almost to tears. Frieza gets a good look at the rest.
Don't worry, everyone gets a turn.
Ominous promise. Back to Vegeta.
Good night, sweet prince.
Literally closing his eyes. But check this shit out. Demonic face, Goku. The speed of light. The pull-up game. Pure confidence on that face. First bit of dialogue. Menacing killer right there. What's he say?
It's okay, guys. It's really me.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad to see that you're all in good health. This is the first time I've arrived at the battlefield that you haven't been all beat up.
True.
Yeah, well, we had a little help in that department.
It's great to see you again. I can tell you're a lot stronger now, and not just physically.
I like this, I don't know, I just like this stiff throwaway line where Goku's acknowledging that they've grown not just as physical fighters, but also probably mental. He doesn't specify, but I think he's complimenting their battle wisdom or just how they've grown as people. It just like, it comes across as a very wholesome and leadership line that I could never see Super Goku even attempting to deliver.
Hey, Dad, welcome back. We missed you.
What do you think of our new duds?
Not bad, but I don't think Master Hoshi or Chi-Chi would approve.
True.
I'm proud of you guys. Especially of you, Gohan. Leave the rest to me. It's my turn.
Good father moment.
Say what?
Goku, did you get hit in the head or something? It's gonna take everything we've got to beat him.
I'm fine.
He's got some stiff dialogue to Piccolo, but look at the aura.
I believe in you.
Hey, you're the man, Goku. Do it. Take care of that big bully.
His friends believe in him,
Be careful. Watch out for that tail.
Thanks.
and he has literal aura.
He's either making a huge mistake, or he's infinitely improved since I fought him on Earth.
Piccolo with a bit of glaze. But it's true. It's fair. It's earned. That Zenkai boost on lock. And look at this. Look at this locked in. Pull up.
You must be Frieza,
Just oozing.
the one responsible for the horrible chain of events that have taken place on this planet.
Astute observation.
The proof is in the pudding, don't you think, huh?
We got intricate dialogue going on here. Frieza's confirming Goku's hypothesis.
Whatever problems you have with Vegeta, you can take them up with me now.
Huh? I'm sure I've seen him somewhere before.
Hey, Kakarot, it looks like you made it.
Kakarot? But that's a Saiyan name, isn't it?
Ooh, a little bit of backstory. some exposition. This is where you really gotta admire Z's storytelling. Because they're gonna pull the whole Bardock resemblance. Not even fair comparing this shit to Super at this point, because it's like they just can't even compete. They don't have this kind of setup like Z did.
Frieza, show yourself. We're not scared of you anymore.
But then we even get in touch with Goku's family, with his dad, through the eyes of the villain. None of this is experienced through Goku. Goku doesn't know this. He doesn't know. He wasn't there for any of this. Javelin. And a little itty bitty death ball that's about to become
quite large.
Javelin. It's a good move, by the way, in all the games. And then Frieza with the crazy laugh. Usually in all the games, death ball's a pretty good move too, I gotta say.
No way!
I just love this finger action. Point. And remember, Frieza's remembering Goku's dad as a resemblance of Goku through how he exterminated the Saiyan race. Goku's not here for this. He's not remembering any of this. He isn't even being explained any of this. It's not like Frieza's sitting here just like exposition dumping. He's just remembering this event, kind of setting up for the Bardock movie. You could say this is a marketing tactic, but really we're being introduced to this information third hand as the observers, seeing it through the eyes of our antagonist for the series to give us context for Goku's backstory, and he doesn't give a fuck about any of it.
You are a Saiyan. I was in a skirmish with a Saiyan who looks just like you. You're his offspring. The resemblance between you is unmistakable.
And what does Goku think?
I don't care.
He doesn't care at all. One bit about his dad or any of that history.
It's different than before. Maybe his last battle pushed him over the edge. Maybe he's done it at last. Oh, a Super Saiyan.
Vegeta's trying to realize the prophecy, but I'm just here to highlight how incredible all of the differing storylines can come together here. We have a prophecy story being told. Even within that narrative, there's sub-narratives because Vegeta's the one. Vegeta and Frieza are mainly the ones aware of that prophecy, and Goku is the one who is the active participant in the prophecy, fulfilling it. So that has an interesting dynamic where Frieza doesn't actually believe in the prophecy. Vegeta does believe in the prophecy. Actually, he spends the majority of the saga yapping about how he thinks he's the Super Saiyan after he gets healed first by Dende.
I suppose you guys weren't quite aware of my new powers. I don't think you realize just who you're dealing with. So let me show you. Introducing, for the very first time, Super Saiyan Vegeta!
This is also the saga where Vegeta starts his change of heart from strict villain over to anti-hero. Hell, this scene where he saves Gohan was literally like 2 episodes ago. Mind you, Frieza just killed Dende, so it's not impossible that Gohan could die from this beam. Until... the slow burn that Vegeta has to make, realizing that not only has Goku been all of this time destined to be stronger than him, but that it's probably not even really due to anything that he did wrong. No amount of outworking or outpacing could beat this fabled story that was just meant to come true, just with Goku instead of Vegeta as the pilot of it. You get to see that story unfold, a coming of age story being told. Up until this point in the narrative, Gohan has actually been the protagonist of the series, and we've been following his coming of age story, so whether subconsciously or not, you are focused on that. We have a lower class rising above the expectations that are set on them by society, and even exceeding many of the elites of his society, or of what he would have lived in if it was his society. We have that sort of like power struggle story being told here, and you can choose to focus on any bit of it that you want. If you want to take this all through the very narrow and focused lens of Goku as just like, this guy's hurting my friends and I need to stop him, you can. That's a completely viable way to look at the story. You might care about the Namekians, as you've seen throughout this entire saga. Frieza and his men butcher them in countless numbers without remorse. There was like a whole 3-episode series, mini saga if you will, detailing our first introduction to the Namekian people and some of their finest soldiers as they attempt to hold off Frieza's men. We get a dope fight sequence with Dodoria. They actually kind of hold off their own for a bit. Again, it's like the subject of 3 episodes. Gohan and Krillin are spectating the entire fight, and that's actually where they meet Dende for the first time, is the last survivor of that village that would have been fried meat. Ended up being Dende. Gohan jumps in and saves him. This is all after this like side plot with how Frieza's invaders only have so many scouters left, and part of the purpose of the elder Namekian jumping in and zapping Frieza's henchmen was actually just to get rid of the scouters. So there's this whole side plot of like Frieza's men can't sense people. They don't have the ways of the Earthlings. They don't have the new ways of ki of the Earthlings. And so to exploit that, the Namekians realize that on their own terms. It's not like they have that information explained to them. They deduce that information themselves, the Elder Namekian does, and then snipes 3 of their last remaining scouters before the Ginyu Force shows up.
That's right. Run away. What are you doing? The Scouters! I should have known. That's what he's aiming for.
That crafty old dog.
Wait a second. Why is he just destroying the Scouters?
Think about it. Without the Scouters, Frieza and his men won't be able to find the Nameks or the Dragon Balls. Even if Frieza gets the Dragon Ball he's looking for here, he's gonna have a heck of a time tracking down the next one. You gotta admire him. He's risking everything to protect his people.
A selfless sacrifice for the good of his people, and a deep hidden power that his opponents didn't expect. We're looking at the original Minato. It's just like, it's so moment to moment, and it feels real, and you're really thrust into that situation. There's so much buildup that's been building, that's been swelling for like the last 50 episodes since they arrived on Namek, that to see it all culminate together here at the end, when Goku's pulling up against Frieza, you really feel the weight of all of what's happened leading you to this moment. All of the decisions, all of these events kind of culminate together. Goku is allowed to be a serious character when the plot demands it, but he's also got those hints of naivete, childlike element to him that you can connect with as a kid, or just that innocence that you can connect with of a bluntish blissfulness. Yeah, it's kind of what Goku represents in both mediums, but it feels like Super really tried to lean into that, the blissfulness to the detriment of the seriousness. And I feel like Goku's pull-up here to Frieza is just a perfect example of that. He's the man. He is the guy. He's the guy that shows up and effectively, just from the very beginning of the episodes, before the fights even started, he's kind of just saved the day. He's come in, he's taken control of the situation. It's not supposed to be like a sex or a gendered argument, but he's kind of the man here. Like, he just comes in and is the exact person that anybody that stands against Frieza is looking for. They're looking for a guy to come in and seem like a leader who can actually stand up to the tyrant. That's what Goku represents here, and you can't get this from Super Goku. Goku cannot be written in this way in Super, in a way that's believable or makes sense to the viewer if they're taking the plot seriously. Sorry, I just love the noise Frieza makes when he's transforming into Tier 3. Like, what the... That was like some outer space noise. What the fuck was that shit?